union chairman, me chair the Public Service Workers Union of TUT, Omo a chairman, Mr. Francis Bangfudeme Newsago. I hope I got the name right.
Very well. You pronounce it right.
Thank you very much. Good morning, and how are you doing, sir?
Good morning, and good morning to all cherished listeners. I'm grateful.
Okay, so first off, tell us, what are your demands? What are you looking for exactly?
Our demands are very simple. First of all, we're asking for a payment of all allowances as contained in the alleged existing conditions of service from the date of our appointment to the current month. Secondly, we are requesting for management to pay, start with immediate effect, the payment of all proposed allowances that were submitted at Field Research Commission since last year, beginning of last year. And thirdly, we are asking for the immediate approval and implementation of the scheme of service for staff of National Education Authority. And fourthly, we are requesting management to immediately, with the unions, we have two unions in NIS at now, ICU and Public Services Workers Union, get us onto the drawing table, let's sit together and then sign a collective bargaining agreement. Let's negotiate it and sign it into action. These are our simple requests.
Okay, but are you aware that these proposals have been forwarded through the Fair Wages Commission to, at this point, the Public Services Commission at the moment? Are you aware?
Which of them has been sent through Public Service Commission and to Public Service Commission?
According to Professor Kenneth Attafuah, currently the issues are with the Public Services Commission, waiting for their approval. So it looks like to him you are stampeding the process. Is that not what you are doing, sir?
We are not stampeding any process. You just ask him. When was this submitted to Public Services Commission? They had finished with a document. Public Service Commission came to NIE, assisted them to draft this document, validated it. And for 5 months, since October last year, until 1st of March, that the document was sent to Public Service Commission. For how long should we sit down and wait and keep waiting?
But then, according to him, all allowances due you have been paid, and that most of these allowances have been consolidated into the
Sincerely, the word consolidated.
Yes.
If you look at any pay slip of any employee of the staff of a National Education Authority, you will not see any word consolidated in that particular pay slip. All that is being paid to the staff of the authority are the basic salaries. Now, he is contending that allowances have been paid. Which allowances have been paid? No staff of the authority have been paid any single allowance since our employment up to date. Not even one allowance has been paid. We are asking, in one leg of his submission, he alleges that the conditions of service, the existing document called conditions of service exist. And so, but all the allowances contained in it are consolidated. Why are those allowances still found in the same document that you are alleging that it exists? What could consolidation? Is any the only public institution in Ghana? Go to the likes of Ghana Health Service, Ghana Education Service, other public institutions. They have these are institution-specific allowances. So there's nothing called consolidation in this issue. These are institution allowances which are negotiated with government through the Research Commission and are tailored to reflect the unique nature of the institution, the scheme of service of the institution. Now, if the scheme of service has just been submitted to Public Service Commission on the 1st of March, on which document was the set conditions of service worked on which? I do know that the scheme of service and the condition of service, they go together like salmon twins. You can only build or have a conditions of service when you have an approved scheme of service. So if he is saying that the scheme of service is now a Public Service Commission awaiting approval,
yes,
whose scheme of service was then used to draft the set conditions of service? This is what the public should judge. Because you cannot have conditions of service when you don't have an approved condition in the scheme of service.
Now, are you aware of any approved scheme of service at your end, Mr. Francis?
We are not aware of that. What we do know, these are all draft documents.
These are draft documents, you say?
These are draft documents. But he is insisting that the document exists. And of course, he has used the same draft document to punish staff. 10 staff were dismissed on the grounds that their conduct were in contravention with certain provisions of the document. And that was where we discovered that the document called Condition of Service of NIA exists. We requested for the document from management, we have looked at it, and we saw that there are certain allowances contained in the same document. And we are simply asking you, in all fairness, in equity, and in public sector administration and justice, give us all the allowances as contained in that document. Simple. Once you can use the same document, cite it and dismiss staff, the highest punishment will be given to your staff.
No,
and you are not willing to pay those allowances?
Accept that. Two more questions. Don't you think that it will be fair for union to wait for the Public Services Commission approval, and then we can see the way forward? Don't you think it will be fair?
Let me tell you.
Yes.
The conditions of service and the scheme of service, these documents were drafted since 2008. Since 2008. So for how long should you expect the staff to keep waiting? How long?
No, but then
these things. No,
I'm coming. You
can know if management is committed to doing these things. You can invite Public Service Commission on a retreat, and they can work on these things within a week or two.
No, my point is,
what kept management for keeping those documents since October after Public Service Commission validated the document?
My question is, how do you blame NIA management for this delay? That's what I want to find out. Because as Professor puts it, everything is currently with the Public Services Commission. So how do you blame management of NIA?
Management is responsible because it is their duty, first of all, before you even engage in employment of staff. These documents are required. You need the scheme of service. You need the conditions of service. You don't go employ staff with draft documents. And since 2008, when I look at the data, since 2008, these documents exist as draft documents, up to date, they have still not been validated and approved. So are they committed to the journey? How committed are they that since 2008, and he came and met it in 2017, up to date, you cannot work? How long do you need, indeed, to work on a simple draft, a simple document called scheme of service for staff and conditions of service?
All right, so
if these are priorities to management, they will work on these things within a month.
Is union going ahead with your intended strike action?
I can assure you the staff are ever ready and poised. And his continual use of the word consolidated is even making staff more agitated. To the 25th of March, we are by our worst. If what we have requested for are not granted, we shall proceed with our action. As simple as that.
I'm grateful for your time, sir.
I'm most grateful.
Ora Francis Bank Fudeme Muzagal, Chairman, Public Service Workers Union of the Trade Unions Congress, and Ameneno Atweche and Komono Adom 106.3 FM. And Agusu, we are live in Takrade. Hi, Good News FM. Samson Audru Elmina, Asafo FM, Sunye Radio Shama. Ewo Shama, Space FM, Ewo Takwa, Right FM, Ewo Somanya. Right FM Osoma na Sanso and Audru Achim Odan